Hello, this is Moletrap. I'm doing another audio commentary here. Today I'm going to be commentating on a game between Stork and Pusan. This is going to be a map on... this is a game on the map MBCGame, I guess it's called. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it perfectly. But it's an interesting map, actually. I'm curious to see how this goes. It's one of the new maps for this season. And it's very strange. It's got a lot of neutral buildings. It has neutral sunken colonies nearby the main spawn points. There's only 2 spawn points, so they'll kind of know where each other are, but the path between the spawn points is really twisting and turning and what have you. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. As you can see, it's 2 gas at your spawn point, though. So also, again, an interesting thing, and a lot of minerals as well. So this map will make for a very high volume game. Yeah, see, there's a neutral sunken colony just chilling there. Very high volume game as far as being able to output units and output tech and what have you. The players are gonna have a lot of resources available to them. Anyways, this is, like I said, between Stork and Pusan. Stork is in the top right, and Pusan is in the bottom left of the map. Personally, I have to tell you off the bat, I'm a Stork fan. I'm hoping and expecting Stork to win this one. I've been a Stork fan since I don't know. I noticed he was in the race for both the MSL and the OSL last season, and I started watching his games because at one point he became the only one left that was possibly going to win both, and then of course he kind of a little bit fell apart at the end in the OSL. That was just, it was tragic. I don't know how he managed to get swept like that. Anyways, but he went toe to toe against Bisu, and that's another reason why I'm favoring him against Pusan. Pusan is definitely one of the better Protoss out there today as far as Protoss versus Protoss. He's not terribly good against Zerg or Terran. But he's really good Protoss versus Protoss. He's one of the only few around that could possibly take out players like Stork, or I think he beat Anytime last year. Although I don't think he's been tested recently against any of the big names that much. This is the first time Stork and Pusan have met in a while, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out. Pusan going for just sending out a zealot, a quick zealot, just kind of to harass. Pretty standard so far. There's a nice picture of Pusan right there. Yeah, like I said, Stork's a very interesting player. He was kind of the up-and-coming player for a couple of years, and it never quite emerged until like last year. He just started owning everything all over the place, and unfortunately my video's messing up here, so I can't quite see what's going on. Okay, so Stork, Pusan's zealot is in Stork's base now. It's just the one, but what the? Oh no! Oh wow! Pusan has made pylons around Stork's gateway so his Dragoon can't get out. Stork's Dragoon is stuck in a prison of pylons. Oh, Pusan saw he was going straight for zealots and straight for Dragoons without getting a zealot, and blocked his Dragoon in. That's hilarious. He's got true Dragoons now. He'll be able to kill off that pylon in a second, but in the meantime, Pusan's zealot is able to just run around and pick off probes. I don't know why he ran his zealot back out and back in again. So the Dragoons have gotten out now, and they're able to go after Pusan's zealot now. That was pretty costly, I think, because he's taken out what, 4 or 5 probes now, maybe. But he had to spend 300 minerals for those pylons, and that's a side that he doesn't have now, and minerals that he doesn't have now. And so as you can see now, at the end result is that Stork is going to have 3 Dragoons in a moment, and Pusan only has 1. So that was kind of it was clever by Pusan. I have to give it to him, but didn't end up paying off. Okay, so pretty standard so far. A couple gateways, going for goons. Here we see the Pusan's first-person view mode. It's always amazing to see how fast they switch between everything in first-person view mode. Again, the video fucking up for some reason. Can't see what's going on. Sorry. I've had some complaints. People don't want me to cuss in my videos, so I'll try not to, but sometimes the instincts have to come out. So, Stork just taking some time to pick off some of the neutral buildings that are in his base. Get rid of the creep so that he can build over at his choke if he wants to. It's kind of an interesting aspect of the map that you can't build just outside the choke unless you're Zerg. I'm really curious to see what will happen in games with Zerg on this map, because I don't know if that extra creep will provide an advantage for them, for Zergs or not. Guess we'll have to see. I don't usually like Protoss versus Protoss games because they end up usually being just mirror matches and not much happens. Although it looks like Pusan, well, it doesn't just look like it, Pusan has gotten a Templar archive, so he's going to be coming out with some Dark Templar pretty soon. Oh, well, see, that's the thing, is this map is so twisty and turny, it's a long distance. Stork is only getting out his observatory, is about to come in right now, but that means that he'll barely have observers coming out right as those Dark Templar finally get to his base, maybe even a little bit before. So that's not going to work out for him, unfortunately. Stork does have the robotics facility now. I don't think I saw Pusan had one. That's usually where the divergence happens in Protoss versus Protoss, is one of them goes for Templar and the other goes for Reavers, or one of them expects the other to go for Templar and goes for observers, things like that. So